Okay, so where were we? We were at goal setting. So goal setting is now whereby you have already defined what you want, and you have already eliminated the limiting beliefs. So now you want to continue now to the next level, which is now your goal setting. You've already defined what success means to you, and why you actually want that success, and what exactly you want. So now in here in goal setting, this is where you put pen to paper and write down all your goals, because you don't have one goal, you have quite a number of goals. So start with the most important one. And I know this is where people lose it, because I was there also. I wanted everything at the same time. So everything works with time, and everything works also, again, everything works systematically. Like, you have to decide what exactly you want first, then the second one, then the third one. I was losing it here. And if I can remember, Samuel was having some issues. Nikapo Chima, Samuel Chima, he was having some issue of feeling overwhelmed and not knowing exactly what he wants. And so in most cases, the feeling of overwhelm come due to lack of clarity. Like, you feel you're overwhelmed, you feel you have so much that you want at the same time, and you feel like you cannot differentiate which one comes first. So you need to decide which one. If you achieve that one first goal, that one goal, that will make everything else easier to achieve. So for example, you are at this stage whereby you don't even have a job. Let's start from there. So you want a car, definitely. You want your home, you want a better life for yourself, you want better home for your kids, you want a good school for your kids. That's where you are. Like, you feel you need all of them at the same time, and you feel overwhelmed to actually decide what exactly you want. So the first goal would be getting a job. That would be the first goal would be probably getting a job, or volunteering in somewhere whereby you can be able to gain the skill that you want to maybe start your business. Because not all businesses you have to start with your own money. You can start with network. You can leverage somebody else's network. So you don't have to necessarily start with a job. You don't have to necessarily start with a business. You can start from volunteering. So now you are the only one who can decide that for yourself. You're the only one who knows what is important for you at this particular moment. So which one do you want first? And when you're feeling this feeling of overwhelm, you need to sit down and ask yourself, which is that one goal that if I hit today, the rest will become easy. What is the most important thing for me right now? So probably you have a job, or probably you have a business, and maybe you want maybe to achieve a bigger business. So your first goal would be, what do you need to do now to make this business a success right now? So again, all those goals, you are the only one who can decide for yourself. I can only guide you, but I cannot determine those ones for you. I cannot do the job for you. You have to do the job for yourself. And that's why I've been saying that for this system to work for you, you have to do the job. I will guide you, but you have to do the job. You have to put pen to paper. You have to decide, this is the first one, this is the second one, this is the third one. Write them down in order of priority. And then the trick I'll give you is writing one goal for 5 days, 55 times a day. How many times are those? Those are so many times. So when you do that, you're repeating, and there is always a power of repetition. Power of repetition is key. If you need to change one habit, you need to repeat the habit that you want over and over again until that habit is ingrained in your mind. Now that becomes your new truth, that becomes your reality, that becomes your new habit. That's why when you're writing something for 55 times, what you're training your mind is to keep on repeating the same thing over and over again, and now your mind believes it's true. Now your mind first of all, it will fight you, because when you're writing things for, I have done that so many times, not even once, and I keep on doing it anyway. I do it still now. I do it. So when you're writing, you will get so tired, you will feel like giving up. Actually, in most cases, you start giving up on the 7th time or the 5th time. So if you need to take a break for 2 seconds, take a break, take a sip of water, but continue writing those goals again. Like one goal for 5 days, 55 times. 55 times a day for 5 days. One goal at a time. One goal at a time. And that works magic. That works magic. It has worked magic for me, and I believe it's gonna work magic for you. I did not come with a plan, so I got it from someone and I did it and it worked magic. So definitely it works. So that's the one trick that I'm going to give for now. So do that one goal. That's why you need to really think about what is more important to you. What is more important to you? Because assuming you don't have a job, but your target is to earn probably $1,000, so you have to weigh which one need to come first. Is it getting a job right now or getting the $1,000? Which one do I believe is more important to me right now? Of course, money is important to you, but also a job is also important to you. You see the dilemma? So now you need to figure out, how can I get the $1,000? Can I get the $1,000 from working? Can I get $1,000 from affiliate marketing? Can I get the $1,000 from volunteering in someone else's network, leveraging his network? So you have to decide which one you feel in your heart, in your intuition. Your mind tells you, I need to focus on this one. So whichever of the two you feel is more important, that's the one you need to start with. So start with the first one for 5 days. So start with the first one for 5 days. Just one second. Oh, thank you. So start with the first one for 5 days. Okay. Another thing that you will probably use. You don't have food on the table, but what you envision is your own home. So which one do you think you're gonna get results faster if you commit 5 days with that one goal? Is it getting the house or putting food on the table? Of course, putting food on the table will work much faster. That's why I said last time when we were talking, I said start with an easier goal to achieve, because you need to build momentum. If you have been achieving some goals, now go to the next level. If you're just starting out, if you have been in the woods, like in the bush, like you had given up and you are done, so you're just starting up, don't come out of the bush and go for this goal. You're setting yourself for failure. And that's why most of the time we set goals that we never achieve, because we are setting ourselves for failure. How many of you have done the New Year's resolution? I'm not really good at it, but before I was doing it because everyone was doing it. So that's why I said define your own success. The minute you define your own success, is always so easy to achieve that success or achieve that goal. So you need to define it for yourself. Which one comes first, which one comes second, which one comes third. So when you have these two goals, putting food on the table, getting my own house, of course putting food on the table is more important. It comes first. So when you achieve this one, then you have already started building momentum. Then you go to the next goal. So probably the next goal is to get $100. So between getting $100 and getting $10,000, which one do you feel will come fast? You can achieve much faster? Of course, it will be $100. So build the momentum. The minute you build momentum, now achieving the bigger goals now becomes easier. All right. So your assignment for the next 1 week, for the next 5 days, is that one. These goals. Now sit down today. Sit down. I know you have defined your own success previously, but still like Samuel was still having some issues with how to define what he wants, and I tried to help him the best way I could, and hopefully he got it right. If you're feeling overwhelmed, just ask yourself what is more important as at this moment, as at now, not tomorrow, not the next minute, as at this moment, right now, today. What is more important? Not tomorrow. Tomorrow will come and we'll figure out what we need to do tomorrow. So right this instant, what do you need to do? If you're in school, you're wondering if to continue this course or to do another one, or to do another one, which one do you feel more aligned to? If it's a job or a business, and in between. You need to decide which one do you feel more aligned to. Then take that one you feel more aligned to do. If it's a job, go for the job. If it's for a business, go for a business. If it's to quit a job or to stay, you have to ask yourself that question. Which one do you feel more aligned to? Is it to quit or is it to continue? Ask yourself the question and then answer. I'm guiding you. I'm giving you the guidelines on how to go about it. So then for the next 5 days, you can start from today, you can start from tomorrow, but today you can spend this time to put pen to paper, whereby you write. You keep on writing until you feel this is the one that I need to do first, and then this one, and then this one, and then this one. So from tomorrow, that's where now you start writing 5 times a day. 55 times a day. One goal 55 times a day. If it is getting a job, then again you need to specify what kind of job you want. Don't just say a job. You need to specify what type of job you want, and probably even salary, the salary that you want, the hours you need to work. Like, you need to be so clear on the type of job that you want. You may not put everything down of what you want in terms of writing it for 55 days, but you need to write it down first. So write down the kind of job you want, how many hours you want to work. Do you want to work in shifts? How do you want it? Like, you have to decide. Do you want to work from home? Do you want to go to the office? Do you want to work in the head office or in one of their branches? How much do you want to earn? Do you want to work over the weekend? Do you want to work over the holidays? How many days do you want to work in a week? So all that, you put it down, and then the next step is writing that job for 55 days a day for the next 5 days. The job that you want, or the amount of money that you want, or any goal that is your first priority. You need to write it every single day for 55 times. If you think it's easy, it's not easy. Especially for the first 2 days, it's not easy. Then from there, it becomes easier. Now, writing for the other goals, it will be easier. Then once you finish up your 5 days, give yourself a break for 2 days. 2 days, give yourself a break, and then go review what you have been writing and what you have been feeling. Because as you're writing that goal, you need to envision yourself already having achieved that goal and how it feels. So for the next 2 days, when you're taking this break, it's just to review how you started and how you ended. You started from day one, probably on a Monday or on a Tuesday or a Thursday or whichever day you started, and then you finish up on this day. So how did you feel when you started, and how did you feel when you were finishing? How did you feel on a scale of 1 to 10? So I started feeling like this. On a scale of 1 to 10, I was at 0, and then when I was finishing, I finished that at 8. How you are feeling? Is it happiness? Is it joy? Is it sadness? Is it doubt? What did you feel? So if when you're starting, you felt doubt and fear, and on a scale of 1 to 10, maybe you are at a 10 or at 0. If you're at 0, you don't need to do that one. You definitely don't need it. So if you're at a 10 when you're starting, then when you finish up, on a scale of 1 to 10, how much fear and doubt do you feel? Probably you're at a 5 or at a 4. Okay, so you can keep on doing that one and doing it that way until you're probably at a 1 or 2 or 0. You can eliminate the fear completely. You can eliminate doubt completely when you do this one. When you review, it tells you where you are at. Instead of doing some more, you keep on getting the same results. How about you do and then you review? You do, then you review. You do, then you review. So on a scale of 1 to 10, when I started, the fear level was at this level, and then when I finished, the fear level was at this level. Did I improve? Did I decrease? Okay, so you need to do that. And then the other week, after finishing up with your 2 days review and break, then you start all over again, and then again you check yourself on a scale of 1 to 10 in terms of achieving this goal. What am I feeling? Am I feeling fear? Am I feeling excitement? Am I feeling hopeful? By the time you're doing it the second time, it's always easier and much better. The experience is much better, and you enjoy doing it as compared to the first time. So, but at the end of the day, we are all different. We feel differently. So that one also helps you to eliminate these limiting beliefs, because when you're repeating the same thing over and over again, assuming you had fear and you're eliminating this fear for 5 days straight, 55 times a day. I mean, by the time you're finishing the fear should be at level 1, if not 0. You get the point. When you keep on repeating something, then you eliminate it much quicker. You eliminate it much quicker, and it's more effective. That way of elimination is much more effective as compared to thinking about it, talking about it. When you repeat it more often, like if you repeat it 55 times, because when you're writing this goal, you're counter-attacking this fear, because you have fear and doubt about achieving this goal, and now regardless of that, you continue writing for 55 times a day. You are by default eliminating this fear, and this one is more effective. This way is more effective. There are so many other ways. Actually, they are tapping, whereby you tap some different parts of the body. Like you start tapping from here, you tap somewhere here, you tap 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 here, and then you tap here, and then here. So there are so many ways of doing it, and those are the ones that I take people to the next level. So this is the foundation, this is the basic, then we go to the next level. So for those of you who would want to go to the next level, then we can talk about tapping, we can talk about hypnosis, then we can talk about self-talk, we can talk about so many things. So when you're doing this 55 times a day, you are eliminating this fear and doubts, and it's more effective. The next one is, of course, tapping. Tapping is more effective. So where were we? Writing it 55 times. And before you write it 55 times, you need to start with a very, very powerful tool. People take it for granted, but it's very powerful, and that is gratitude. Gratitude is so powerful. So every single day in the morning, be thankful for what you have. Like for me, I always start being grateful for the fact that I'm alive. I start being grateful for the fact that I have so many things. Like I have food, I have clothes, I have hot water, I have drinks, like I have everything. Like everything that I need, I have. So for somebody who does not even have breakfast, being grateful is the last thing in their mind. Is the last thing on their mind. But let me tell you, if you want to achieve your goals much faster, incorporate the act of being gratitude, gratitude. It works wonders, it works magic. To me, actually, when I was restarting and they were talking about the power of gratitude, just being grateful for what you have, I thought these people were crazy. Like, I pray every day, and I'm thankful. But you see, that is unconscious. I did not even know what I was doing, because what I was looking for strategies. I was looking for strategies on how I can increase my sales. When I first got my eyes or my hands into this whole personal development thing, was when I was in sales, and I was looking for ways to increase my sales. So I wasn't looking for anything like this one. I was looking for strategies, what I need to do. The do. If you are there, I understand you, because I've been there. So I was looking for strategies on how I can increase my sales. And they were talking about gratitude. I was like, Holy Mother of Jesus, like, what the heck? Like, what the fuck is this? Like, how can that help me increase my sales? And I did not know that when you're thankful for the little that you have, for those who are Christians, is even in the Bible, if you cannot be grateful for what you have, how can God bless you with something else? I did not understand this principle, and this is the most important, and I don't know what I can say. This is one of the most important principles you'll ever learn in your success journey, or in your journey for success, in your wealth journey, in your improving your own life. Even if you're sick and you start being grateful for something else, like in your body, the act of healing, the power of healing works much faster for you. Gratitude is that important. If you don't have food, yet you're grateful that you are alive this morning, that act of being grateful for something while you don't have so much more, it tells the universe that you have more to be grateful for. And what that the universe does, the universe pours so much for you to continue being grateful for. That's why when they say, even in the Bible, about the tithe, that he only asks for 10%, and 90% you're going to be using. But if you also take the 10%, what happens? 100% works nothing for you. And yet, when you give the 10% and you work with the 90%, 90% works wonders for you. 90% works miracles for you. Why? Because the 90 is blessed, but the 100 is not blessed. You get the point, how small these things seem, yet they are so powerful. That's the same thing with the power of gratitude. When you wake up and you're grateful to be alive, of course, as I told you my story. Being grateful for my life was the last thing on my mind. I did not care whether I was living or dead. I did not care. I did not care, because as long as I'm not getting what I'm looking for, then what the heck is this life for? I prayed for me for my death. Like, I prayed for that. I wasn't praying to be, for life. I wasn't praying for life. I was praying for death. Like, life did not matter to me. It mattered nothing. Like, zero. I did not care. So when you are at your lowest, yet you can be grateful to be alive. When you are at your lowest, yet you can be grateful for the air that you're breathing. Like, we have so much to be grateful. Like, you could be sick, and if you're sick, may you receive healing. May you receive the healing power of God. If you're sick somewhere, and wait a second, I'm always listening to this meditation. If you're sick, and yet you're grateful to God for the power to breathe, or you're grateful to God for the power to just think, then the universe sends you so much more to be grateful for. So in the course of the day, just be grateful. Just be grateful that you can walk. Just be grateful that you have hands. Just be grateful that you have ears. Just be grateful that you have a mouth. Be grateful you have a nose, you can breathe. Be grateful you have eyes, for those who have eyes, because those who are blind, they have supernatural eyes. Be grateful for what you have. What I'm saying is, for those who don't have some of the things that I'm saying, you need to be grateful for what you have. Be grateful for what you have. There's somebody who doesn't have a job, yet they have food. Be grateful for what you have. There's someone who does not have a job and they don't have food also. Be grateful for the fact that you are alive. In as much as at that point, you don't even care to be alive, because, your situation is that bad. So when you're grateful enough to have something to be grateful for, then the universe sends you so much. So I would challenge you for this week and for the next 2 weeks. Be grateful every single time. When you wake up in the morning, before you write your 55 times, write what you're grateful for. And then write your 55 times. Your goal 55 times. Be it morning, be it afternoon, or be it evening. You choose your time. Choose the time that works best for you. If you can do morning, do morning. If you can do afternoon, do afternoon. If you can do evening, do evening. Whichever the case is okay. Sometimes I prefer evening, especially when I'm going to bed. I just write, so that's the last thing on my mind when I'm going to bed. If I don't do that, then I do it in the morning or in between, middle morning. In the afternoon, I don't like doing it so much in the afternoon, because in the afternoon I'm already getting tired. So I like to do it in the morning, middle morning, or at night. So it's up to you how best it works for you. Then at night, you also need to be grateful. Give thanks to God at all times. Just give thanks. There's someone who came through for you, give thanks. So those are some of the key principles, or key areas that, not areas, but principles or habits that brings you success much quicker. And I say that because of what I've experienced. Anything I'm saying to you here, guys, I say what I use, I say what I incorporate in my own life, and I still incorporate in my own life. I showed you all these things on my walls. Yeah, that's what I do every single time. That's what I do. So and I achieve my goals very fast. Some things right now I'm experiencing, I wouldn't have thought it's possible for me to have them just a year ago. That's how fast these things work. Just a year ago, what I have today, I never thought was humanly possible. Okay, so that's your exercise. Another thing, celebrate what you have. Celebrate what you have. Every single day, every single morning, I stand in the mirror and I just celebrate myself. Mirror work works magic. Mirror work works magic. Mirror work works wonders. Just stand in the mirror and look straight in your eye and proclaim good things for yourself. Proclaim success. Proclaim riches, proclaim good health, proclaim the best for yourself. So just go into the mirror any day, any second. Every time I do that, every time I see a mirror, that's exactly what I'm doing. So I just look at the mirror, straight into my eyes, and I tell myself just how gorgeous I am, just how beautiful I am, just how talented I am, just how rich I am. I prophesy on my life. I do that all, oh my God, I do that every single second. Like all the time when I'm just there, and sometimes you get overwhelmed with joy. That happens actually most of the time. So I get overwhelmed with joy. That's why I always have these books, and I just start writing. I write. There's power in writing. There's power in writing. Anna, I think, was a teacher. She said she's a teacher. She can testify just how powerful it is to write things down. For me, it's very powerful to write things down. And everybody who is successful, if you listen to them, you will hear the aspect of writing, aspect of journaling. You will hear that aspect. To me, I was taking it for granted. I was doing it because I keep on writing things anyway, but I did not take it as seriously. But after my own research, I noticed just how powerful it is. Every successful person has been journaling. Every successful person is journaling. Now, when I started journaling, now I realized just how powerful it is and how much quicker I achieve my goals. So just journal and be grateful and write for what you feel every single time. If you feel happy and you're feeling joyful, just write how you're feeling. Write how you're feeling. If you feel anxious or you feel angry, just also write how you're feeling. And if it's anger, just look at what you've written and ask yourself, is this true? Is this true? And then look at it and you say, no, it's not true. What do I choose to believe as my truth? I choose to believe that I'm happy. I choose to believe that I'm a good person. I choose to believe I'm a kind person. I choose to believe that I'm worthy. That's what I choose to believe. All this that I was feeling is just my inner child that need to be healed. Is my inner child screaming for help, and I acknowledge her, I acknowledge him, I appreciate him, I appreciate her, and this is who I choose to be today. Today and forevermore, I choose to be this person, and that works wonders also. So your assignment is basically that. That is more on the goal setting, and set the goal that you not you're 100% sure, especially if you're starting out. First of all, create the momentum, and then you can ask for the impossible, and you're gonna crush it, you're gonna achieve it. So start with the steps, especially if you have been down, if you have been between a rock and a hard place, or whatever they call it. Start by being grateful, and then start building momentum by asking for small things, and you keep on achieving them. When you ask for small things and you achieve them, your mind starts working for you, not against you. Because whenever you ask for something big and your mind does not believe it, your mind is meant to protect you. As I said, your mind was meant to protect you. Even now, it's still meant to protect you. So when you're out of the bush and you're feeling overwhelmed, you're feeling unworthiness, you're feeling all those things, what you need to start with is working with yourself by declaring that you're worthy, you're beautiful, you're handsome, you're worthy, you're talented, you're gifted, you're all this person. And start building your confidence, start building your courage, start building your self-worth and your self-esteem. Now, the minute you feel you're worthy of getting something, then ask for that something. So when you do that, you set up goals that you're bound to achieve. You're not setting yourself for failure, you're setting yourself for success. Now you keep on achieving small goals. Before you know it, you're achieving big goals. Every single time, visualize yourself. Visualize yourself as that person who has already achieved those goals. Visualize yourself as that person who is hitting and crushing his or her goals. Visualize yourself as that person who already has the job, who already has the money, who already has everything that person wants. So I always do that. I always see myself like that. I carry myself like that. I talk like that. I think like that. I see everything the way I want. So do that, and then start doing your affirmations every single morning. Do your affirmation every single moment. As long as you have a second, do your affirmations. When you are writing them down, eventually they'll come into your mind, and you start saying them. You start repeating them. Repetition is the mother of success. Repetition is the mother of I don't know which other one. Like, it's that powerful. Repetition. changes everything and builds everything. Keep on repeating who you are, keep on repeating the mantras and your affirmations, and then be grateful all the time. Write your gratitude and write your goals. So for one goal, 5 days, 5 days, you write it down. If you do not understand any part that I've said, you can always ask me the questions, and I'm gonna respond to you, but I'm going to write it again for you. All right, guys. So I'm gonna leave it at that, and see you on Saturday, where we are going to do our subconscious mind and our subconscious and conscious mind, and how our habits and our beliefs are formed, so that this far we have come. When you understand the mind and how the mind works, everything will make sense. Maybe right now nothing is making sense, but when we do this mind thing on Saturday, everything will make sense. Everything will make sense, but it's a process. I mean, you have to keep on working on it, you have to keep on learning, you have to keep on modeling successful people for you to get there. So either way, it's doable, it's possible, it's achievable, and I wish you all the best. And you're successful. This far you have come, definitely you're successful. Mwah. Love you guys. Toodles. See you on Saturday. Oh, remember to do your homework.